सरोज रज। निज मनु मुकुर सुधारी, बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसु। जो दायक फलचारी, बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके। सुमिरो पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि। हरहु कलेश विकार, जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर। जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवारि सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन बिराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे, अस कहीं श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कबि कौबिद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपत दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। मुद्रिका मैली मुख माहि, जलधि लांगी गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुमरे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुमरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघु बरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त तन धरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्ब सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ करे कोई, छूटहि बंधि महासुख होय। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्ध साकी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तने संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसो सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान। Now we have been seeing how Shri Krishna, even as a child, is able to destroy so many demons, right? Now, there are 2-3 things we can relate it to. Sometimes I feel that even if Shri Krishna is just a baby in our heart, like a seed of devotion, a little tiny seed of bhakti has just taken a little room in our heart, even that is sufficient to destroy a lot of demons. And there are so many demons which keep attacking us all the time, right? Be it ego, be it jealousy, be it matsarya bhav, where we are over attached to our near and dear ones or to our belongings. May it be even moha, the delusion of this world. We do not have to be perfect to turn towards the Lord. But when He takes even the tiniest little space in our heart, we start moving towards perfection. Many people say, right, that my heart is not that pure, I'm not ready for it. You will never be ready for it. How can you be ready for it? When you're ready for it, you are it. You become one, finished. So it is actually just a journey. So it is just tiny effort. So even when we look at it, this is another perspective of looking at it. If you think, okay, Shri Krishna, a tiny baby, he destroyed Putna, he destroyed Shakatasur, he destroyed Trinavrat. He is so powerful that no demon is able to sustain when his presence is there. Right? And see, once we give room to Shri Krishna in our heart, even if our mind wanders, right? Even if the jeev is not attached to the Lord, but we have already invited him in, he's going to take care. He's going to make sure that we don't slip back totally. And so, if you look at it from that perspective, when the gopis are not there, when Ma Yashoda is not there, when Nanda Baba is not there, only then the attacks happen. That is when we, ourselves, our mind is not in bhakti, right? When even the Jeev Atma that we are is away, Nanda Baba, even the gopis, the indriyas, go matlab indriya, is not in our control. Yet when the Lord has taken charge, He is going to make sure that we don't sway. If there is something that is coming, may it be a problem also, for instance, right? We are faced with a lot of problems in our life. The Lord will take care. We do not have to fight the battle anymore. All we have to do is turn towards Him. And that is all what they did. Ma Yashoda, Nand Baba, all the gopis, even Ma Devki and Vasudevji, everybody, all they had to do was just turn themselves towards the Lord and just say, yes, we are trying to have faith. You don't even have to say that I have faith. I believe in you. I understand you. Not needed. I am trying. I know I want to turn towards you. I am trying. And that is all that it takes. Nothing else. It is so simple. And where is the difficulty? Because once you turn towards Him, you will notice in yourself that the change is there. Even if nobody else notices. For yourself, you will see that if there was a moment of anger that lasted 1 week, now it will last 5 days. I'm not saying that the anger would not be there, but the duration of the anger, the intensity of the anger, and the vicious grudges that you hold, the knot that you tie after the anger will not be so tight. Gradually, slowly, and suddenly, steadily, you will see, yes, I think I am becoming a better me. And that is proof enough. Many people say, right, what is the proof that something was not added, something was not removed? Yes, we know our scriptures have been burnt and have been tampered with. But till what you are reading is making you a better you, there is no tampering. The minute what you are reading starts making you a rigid you, an insensitive you, I am right and you are wrong you, be it in any topic, then you should think again. But when that is not happening, when there is immense lucidity in your nature, right? That does not mean that you have to do everything that the other person is doing. In spite of not doing, there is a nature of acceptance that you are also right, I am also right. How does it matter? Then you're okay. So that is a check. Again, so what is putna? Putna is ignorance. The first thing that happens is when you say, Lord, come, drive away my ignorance. Right? So putna is pure ignorance. Right? Putna, there is nothing good in it. When there is ignorance, you can't see what is, right? And Putna also came with a different shape. She came as a very beautiful lady when she was vicious and demonic in nature, right? And then when you look at Shaktasur, what is it? When you look at the entire story and you start thinking about it, that the Lord is below the cart and all the goodies, all the doodh, dahi, makhan is above the cart. Mother is busy taking care of everybody else, though the intentions are very good, yet the Lord is forgotten. It tells us that when you start focusing on the material world and when you forget the Lord and keep Him in a corner, that is when the attack of Shaktasur will happen, isn't it? And what do you have to do? The Lord made it very simple. He just kicked the cart, right? All the doodh and dahi fell down. He also enjoyed it because it fell in his mouth also. And my Yashoda came and picked him up. So He's not saying that you have no rights to enjoy the material world. It is His Maya. It is for us. But make a strong spiritual base. Put me in the center of your existence and then roam around in the material world. When you are established in dharma, whatever is earth, calm, your earth, that is the accumulation and the distribution of money, will be just. Calm as your desires will be pure. And of course then, when the Lord is in the center, when you are established in your Satchidanand Swarup, which is your dharma, moksha is inevitable, right? Then you'll be a Jivan Mukta. So isn't it so simple? We are not asked to throw away anything that we have. We are not asked to go into the jungles and live a life of discomfort because unfortunately or fortunately not many jungles are left. Wherever you go, there is, destruction, massive happening. So be where you are. But don't put me below the cart and all the material things above. Let me be the core of your existence. Hold me dearly. Hold me in your arms and then interact with the material world. And you see the difference then. And when we look at Trinavrat, what happens? When we get so embraced and so engrossed in our material existence, we cannot see the Lord. It is not that we don't want to. But then, what is Trinavrat? He's a tiny, typhoon, like a cyclone that came to take the Lord up and down. We all know the story. He wanted to destroy the Lord. And what happens? The sand, right? The sand, when there is a cyclone, everything gets uprooted and our vision gets impaired because the dust covers our eyes. We have to close our eyes. What is the dust? It is that fascination towards everything around us, where we want to look at the Lord, because we all are in a journey, right? If we have got this human birth, there is no other reason for our existence. We have worked so hard to reach this level, to get this human birth, to accomplish what? Accomplishment is reach our Satchit Anand Swarup. It has taken us how many lakhs of species and yonis to come to this human birth. And this human birth is very rare. Even the devas want this human birth. They don't get it. So we are Punya Atma. It is not that we don't want to see the Lord. Whether we know it or we don't know it, we definitely want to see the Lord. But we are mesmerized by his Maya. That is the dust that covers us. So my Yashoda is running to find Sri Krishna, but she can't. She can't see him. Nobody can see him because their eyes, their vision is covered. And see, it is not always bad that covers our vision. If it is bad, it is easy to identify and justify. Ki no, this is something I should leave. But there are things that cover our vision which are actually good in our knowing. And there is nothing bad about it. For instance, our vision and our attachment. I won't use the word love because love and attachment are two different things. We have studied it. Attachment towards our family. Our immense attachment towards our children. Our immense attachment towards our parents. That is good, we'll say. I'm a loving mother, we'll say. I sacrifice everything for my children. I go out of the way for my parents. Nothing wrong. We'll say, what is wrong? That is the ideal role, right? That is what I'm doing. I'm perfect at it. But think again. If that is covering your vision and that is stopping you from turning towards the Lord or having him in your heart, then it is not perfect. Anything, even if it is, I would go further down to say, even if you're doing charity without having Lord in your heart, that is an obstruction. Because when the Lord is not seated in the midst of our existence, every action is selfish. And the sooner we understand it, the better it is. When we establish Lord in our existence, when the ignorance is driven away and we realize that I am that, the person in front of me, be it my child or be it my husband or be it my family, is that. I am serving them as him. Then the service is just. But when we say, I am taking care of my child, the minute the my comes, it is already selfish because you are not going to go half the mile for another person's child. Right? It happens, right? For our child, we'll travel 40 minutes. But for another child, an extra 10 minutes to drop that child also becomes a hindrance if it happens daily. We'll say, yaar, 10 minutes extra lag jate hain. Kyun? For your child, 40 minutes. For another child, it is just a distance of another 5-10 minutes. Why does it bother you? Selfishness, because I am doing all that I am doing for my child because he's my child. I gave birth to him. I am associated with him. Had this person been somebody, same child, be it Gauri or Shivan, had they been somebody of my neighbor's children, I would not care so much. Na? It is their headache. Why should I bother? उनकी छुट्टी है, नहीं है, मुझे क्या लेना देना, वो देखेगी. So why? Why? Because my children are there. That's why I'm taking care of them. So the minute we put the Lord in the center, nothing will change. Our activities towards our children, our parents, our husband, and our near and dear ones, be it our friends, nothing will change, but the purity will come in. And this same action, which we are rendering towards our children, will be rendered towards somebody else's child also. Because we'll realize that they are from me, they are not mine. They have their own journey. We are all journeying, isn't it? It is, have you seen in the river when there are a lot of twigs, okay? And the river is overflowing. And suddenly some twigs come together and they flow together for a while. And then after a point, they part ways again. Some other twigs come together and then they flow together for a while. And what happens? Again, you sit and observe. So then when the twigs come together, if they start thinking that we are, when they part, it hurts. But then suddenly in that next birth, some other twigs come together. So the people who are my children right now were not my children in the last birth. And there is a great possibility they would not be my children because they chose this environment to learn something. It was conducive. Me being their mother, he being their father, this being the country, this being the house, these being the friends. This was a learning that soul needed to get elevated. The minute that learning is over, the soul departs. That is why we see now 40 years, 30 years, 10 years, 80 years, there is no definition of when death will come. And then we do not have to mourn it. Their journey is done. What they had to learn over here is finished. And they move. And they take another birth. They take another body. They move on. If we have Lord in our midst, and this Vigyan, this knowledge, it becomes a part of our existence, how beautiful would our actions be? Right? Because as a mother, sometimes when you reprimand, you forget that soul might be older than you, a superior soul who's journeying, and you are nothing in front of it, and you are reprimanding that soul. Think, why? Because we say, right, why are you scolding me, not that other child? माँ यशोदा ऑल्सो ना कृष्ण के पीछे तो लकड़ी लेके भागती है. बलराम को कभी लकड़ी से मारती है क्या? नहीं, बिकॉज बलराम इज रोहिणी जी चाइल्ड. कृष्ण ने तो अभी करेंगे, धूम मचाएंगे तो लकड़ी से पड़ेगी. वाई? बिकॉज यू आर माई चाइल्ड. यू आर नॉट माई चाइल्ड. यू केम थ्रू मी. यू आर नॉट माइन. And then your behavior also smoothens. And that attachment also becomes distant. And then there is only pure love. There is no expectation. If in your role, like if we look at Shri Krishna, Yashoda Ma showered so much love. He was the core of her existence. She could not think of anything else beyond Shri Krishna. At the age of what? 12, 13, 14? Very young. He left her, never came back. Never came back, never turned back, because his role over there was over. And she had any grudges? She said, see, you were supposed to take care of me when I was old because I took care of you when you were young. No. She understand. Did the gopis cry foul? No. They knew. This is it. Did he ever come back to meet Radha? No. Khatam ho gaya. My role over there got over. Finish. I move on. It's as simple as that. There is no personal hatred. There is no personal expectation because it was pure love. Ma Yashoda loved Shri Krishna without any expectation from him. The gopis loved Shri Krishna without any expectation. Radha loved Shri Krishna without any expectation. Why? We always say, na, why didn't Radha marry Shri Krishna? Their love was beyond that. Marriage is a worldly thing. It was beyond all that. And this is the mindset we have to have when we are listening to Shri Krishna Leela. Otherwise, we won't understand. We have to keep this Shri Krishna who knows he is the Satchidanand Swarup. He is not different from you or me. He knows he is, we don't know we are. And we do not want to know we are. We are happy. He knows. And when you know, you become one with the universe. Then all the riddhis, siddhis, navnidhis, everything is at your beck and call, right? It is very easy. You call them, they come. We are chasing riddhi, siddhi, samriddhi. But we are not chasing the leader of them all, the head of them all, the Lord. The minute we know, and the minute we understand, the minute we have established in ourselves and the Lord in our heart, everything else becomes but a slave to us. And that is why many of the sages, in spite of having the ability to summon anything at their wish, they don't want it. Because they are richer than the rich because they have Lord with them. So thinking like this, we have to watch Sri Krishna's Leela. And now, everything has happened. He has become almost a year old. And in our Sanskriti, there are some 16 those sanskars that we have to do. Right? I do not know. We follow the marriage sanskar. Upanayanam some do. Some sanskars we follow. And yes, last May when somebody dies, we do those sanskars. But what about the entire 16 sanskars? Do we actually follow them? Do we actually write them? Yes, we have to do it. And then we might be thinking, what is the need? Right? ठीक है ना? जितना हो जाए उतना कर लो. I also used to think that way. But then I realized all the rituals, all the traditional practices, our language, our customs, our outfits, everything makes us who we are. Sum total makes our culture. And when all this is lost, the culture is lost. And all this sum total makes that Sanatan Dharma, right? It is like in Sanatan Dharma, we might say that everybody has a different culture. So you follow your culture. You follow what has been handed out to you. Because if we put all the jigsaw pieces together, it is Sanatan Dharma. And if we start dropping one by one, we'll drop this, we'll drop that, we drop our outfit, we drop our language, then soon our children will not know anything about it. Khatam, the trail, the link is lost, the culture is lost, Sanatan Dharma is lost. So we should never take it very lightly. We should learn what is being taught by our elders and try to implement it and pass it to the next generation. That is our duty. So over here, Ma Yashoda is making sure that all the sanskars are being done. So over here, she started and she properly followed all the sanskars. So look at it. I put on the aeroplane mode. So let's put it off because we have to access the sanskars. There are 16 sanskars. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Now, Garbhadan Sanskar, right? That is the first. The details I'll share. Then, again, when the child is there, Pumsuvan Sanskar. These are 3 sanskars which are done when the child is in our belly. This is the ritual conducted when the pregnancy begins to show, right? So this is the second. Then, hair parting. The significance of the ritual is to wish a healthy development to the baby and safe delivery to the mother. Then again, so these are the 3 sanskars before we are born that have to be done when the child is in our garb. Then once the child is born, then there are birth rituals, isn't it? Birth rituals mein Jatkarm Sanskar, where it signifies the baby's birth as well as the bonding of the father with the baby. In the scripture, it is stated to perform this sanskar prior to cutting off the navel. हमारा तो ये हो ही नहीं सकता. Hospital में it is cut and finished. Nowadays, many people are trying to retain the navel, isn't it? But normally क्या होता है? Hospital में it is cut. Now, name giving sanskar. This is where we are right now, the ritual of name giving. Then first outing. That also we can't do because we deliver in the hospital. The child's first outing has already happened, right? And then we have to take him for a passport and this and that. God only knows. Then the first meal. I think many of us follow that, right? Then, or shaving of the head, right? Mundan. Many of us follow that. Then Karnaved, piercing of the earlobe, be it a girl or a boy, piercing is important, which we have stopped doing. Many girls also don't pierce nowadays. Then Vidyarambham, right? That is again a sanskar that we have to do. Upnayanam. The beauty is we feel only Brahmins should wear the janehu. That is not the case. Everybody around the age of 8 or 9, when he is sensible and he knows what to do with the janehu, should put on the janehu. We don't. Why? Because so many activities. अब swimming करेंगे तो कैसे करेंगे? कान में कैसे बच्चा ध्यान रखेगा? And with janehu comes a lot of prayer rituals also. It is not that you wear a janehu and you eat everything. Once you have a janehu, there are a lot of restrictions. So again, that we don't do. Then Vedarambam, beginning of Vedic studies. That is one of the major sanskar, the 12th sanskar. How many of us focus? And when it is done, Upnayanam marked the beginning of the education, but this sanskar was initiated for the Vedic studies. In this sanskar, each student, according to his lineage, masters his own branch of Ved. It is a must. It is one part of our sanskar. Kaun karta hai master Ved? We don't even touch the Ved. We live our entire life and we have never even touched the Vedas. Right? There are 4 Veds, right? And everybody has a Ved that they have to master. Some are Chaturvedi, some are Trivedi. So they study 3 Veds. But everybody has a lineage in which they say this is your Ved which you have to study. Then Godan, shaving the beard. Kesh means hair and ant means the end. This sanskar involves the first shaving of the beard by the student at the age of 16. See, there is a sanskar for that also. And the age is also given when you should shave the beard. है ना? End of studentship. Sama Vartan Sanskar meant returning home from the house of Acharya. Acharya के घर तो कोई जाता ही नहीं है, तो घर कौन आएगा? I wish we were sending our children to Acharyas, because you know what? Why nowadays the children are the way they are? Because parents can't discipline them beyond a point. After that, you need a teacher who is, and children tend to listen to others more than their own parents. So that is why, see, they're sent away. And when they come back, there is another sanskar. See, how beautiful. Then comes the marriage. We don't do any of this, a few of this, and then we think about marriage. When the child has not taken any other sanskars, what kind of a married life will he lead? What kind of a family will that be? What kind of a children will they give birth to? It's strange, isn't it? No Vedic knowledge, no knowledge of discipline or from an acharya, no disciplined life. And then you go into, I feel, even the marriage sanskar should not be done. Because acha hai na, you're not having another lineage which is rotten. Stop it there and then. This is a rotten lineage, stop, don't go further. But no, we'll make sure if the child is not married, the mother won't sleep. कि मेरे बच्चे की शादी नहीं होगी. अरे क्या करेगा? कौन सा पहाड़ उखाड़ लेगा शादी करके? He is going to give line to other generations which are rotten. Vivah sanskar. That we all do. Then death rituals we all do. Nowadays death rituals are also not happening. I've heard that many senior citizens do their own death rituals before they die. कि बच्चों को तो पता ही नहीं है कुछ. करेंगे नहीं करेंगे फिर हमारी आत्मा भटकेगी. So that is what happens. Then death rituals के बाद में these are the 16 sanskars put together. That is the last sanskar. And marriage is the 15th sanskar. Before that, there are 14 sanskars which have to be done. And we don't do it. That is the irony of our entire existence. And what we do is we term everything as primitive. I'm just trying. The problem is I can't see the screen whether it's recording or not. Koi baat nahi. So the thing is, we feel everything is primitive. It is written for another era. We don't have to do it. And that is how most educated people feel. I also used to believe in it. But then I realized what we are doing is gradually and slowly destroying the Sanatan Dharma. And the beauty of this Dharma, if it is lost, there will be a chaos not only for us, but for a lot of other people, unfortunately. So over here, Ma Yashoda is ready. She wants to fulfill all the sanskars. And now he's growing up. So now is the time for the naming ceremony. So they call Gargacharya. Nowadays, we find the names from the internet, which is the most appealing. And now there is a new trend. The name has to be easy for the Westerners to pronounce also, otherwise it becomes difficult. And then we have to say, okay, when in the alphabetical order, in the classroom, he has to be in the beginning. Lots of things that come to our minds are beyond the acharyas coming and giving the name. Now, if acharya comes and he gives a primitive name, we'll say, no, this is not a modern name, we don't want it. Before, acharyas would come. They would see when is he born, what is the nakshatra, what is it, what is the alphabet, everything, and accordingly they would give a name. आजकल तो नहीं होता है. Internet, Google में the best boy names, the best girl name, easily pronounceable names, names with meanings in different countries. So it is nothing wrong. It is everybody's choice. But this is how it was done. So they'd call the acharyas, and Gargacharya came from Mathura. Now he was a great acharya, but he came hiding. He said, see, if I am here and they find out that I am here, the Kans will get convinced that this is his death. Because as it is, he is doubting Sri Krishna, because he has sent Putna, Shaktasur, he has sent Trinavrat, and your son, again, Gargacharya did not say your son, he was saved. He did not say that he destroyed, because he knew everything. So we cannot have a ceremony. So Nanda Baba said, we do not need a ceremony. But no, you would like to call the village, you would like to call everybody. It has to be a grand celebration. He said, no, the most important person that has to be present for the naming ceremony is you. And Sri Krishna and Balram. At that time, they were not named. So these two boys. So we do not need to call everybody. Nobody needs to know how they got their names. So what we'll do is, we'll go to the cowshed. where nobody is there, behind, right in the morning when nobody is watching, nobody will come to know. You come with us there, you do all the Vedic ceremonies, you do all the chants, you look at all the nakshatras, you look at the boy and their nature, and accordingly give them the name. So Gargacharya was like, "Theek hai." He was impressed. He said, otherwise people are more focused on calling people rather than having everything done with the vidhi. Nowadays it happens, right? No matter what prayer is going on, we tell the pandit, can you please do it fast, because the people will get restless. होता ही है ना कि कितना टाइम लगेगा, 2-3 घंटा तो कोई बैठने वाला नहीं है, खाना ठंडा हो जाएगा. अरे तुम्हें खाना खिलाना है या पूजा करनी है, राइट? पूजा तो विधि से करो, खाना बाद में खिलाते रहना. There are many occasions. So Nanda Baba was very clear over here. He said, leave everything aside. This is a naming ceremony. You are needed, my children are needed, I am needed. And the cow shed is the holiest place to be. So let's go there and you name. And then he looked at both the boys. He knew they were Sheshnag, and he knew this was this great divine who had taken birth. So he looked at him and he named Balaram. He said Ram, because he'll have all the qualities of Sri Ram and he'll have immense strength. Balaram. Plus, he will never fight unnecessarily. If you've seen, Balram ji was not a part of the wars, was he? He will be the tying unit. So there was a name given accordingly also, seeing his characteristics, what is his nature, what will be his future activities, and so the name was given. Multiple names used to be given. And then when he looked at Sri Krishna, he said, oh my goodness, so this time he has taken a dark form. Sometimes he is red, sometimes he is yellow, sometimes he is white. Every time he takes a different form and comes. So this time he decided to take a dark form, Very nice. Every yog, every chakra, every dwapar, he comes down. And he takes different colors. In Treta, there is a different color. ऐसा नहीं है कि Ram is always dark in color, Krishna is always dark in color. We fight, right? नहीं, ये तो black ही होना चाहिए. भागवत बोल रही है. He comes in different colors and different forms. So, is it that he was only a blue boy? In this particular time, in this particular Dwapar Yog, he was dark. In some other Dwapar Yog, he was white. Probably in some other, he must have been a Chinese, so yellow. You don't know. So whenever we look at our scriptures, this is the beauty. They tell us, don't fight. Don't fight over color. Don't fight over name. Don't fight over the steps. Don't fight over what is how many years is that. It keeps changing. Relax. That's why we can say, right? How many Ramayans are there? 13 Ramayans. All of them could be right. Why? God also gets bored of doing the same Leela again and again. He won't replicate the same thing Dwapar after Dwapar after Dwapar. He will also have some change. Relax. आप भी सही, मैं भी सही. As long as the message is the same, how does it matter whether Krishna is black, blue, white or pink? It does not matter. There are murtis of Krishna which are white. There are murtis of Krishna which are dark. How does it matter? Krishna is Krishna. It is the essence of Krishna that matters, right? So over here, he's saying very clearly, कि you have taken birth and every time there has been a different color with which you have descended. Oh, so now you have decided to come in this particular color. I'm trying to, Taking diverse forms, indeed in each yog, Yashoda's son has manifested 3 different colors, white, red, yellow. This time, he has assumed a dark complexion. Gargacharya bol raha hai. So beautiful. You know, where does the problem start? When having a limited knowledge, we think that is the knowledge. And then we say, this is the knowledge, your knowledge is wrong. Are bhai, I have this limited, a dot-like knowledge. What do I know about knowledge? Where is the question of any disagreement with anybody? So just imagine how beautifully they have put it. So that is why when you read word by word, you realize the amount of, for us, nowadays I have been reading a lot of news, being liberal, being secular, all this is being taught to the Sanatanis, right? Ki liberal bano, secular bano. This is our dharma. We, by constitution of our divine beings, are all accepting. Because we don't deny anything. You're a Devi Bhakt? Jai Ma. You are a Krishna Bhakt? Jai Ma. I don't believe in Vishnu, I believe in Shivji. Very good. Jai Shivji. Har Har Bole. Ganpati only. Shivji se Ganpati bade. Very good. I don't believe in any of the gods. No problem. I believe in Para Brahma, that light. Very good. No. For me, I'll do Shitlashtami. For me, the stone is the biggest god. Very good. How does it matter? Whatever makes you better and not bitter is good. And that is God. Whatever makes you bitter, no matter who he is not God. Simple. He's saying, oh, many colors you have taken. Now this color, huh? Theek hai. There are numerous names and forms of your son, conforming to his excellence and actions. Names have also changed. Forms of your son have also changed, depending on his actions. Right? I alone know them, not the commonality. I know. Gargacharya is saying, mujhe pata hai. The delight of cowherds, nay, of the entire Gokul, this boy will bring you happiness. By his help, you will easily surmount all difficulties. Protected and strengthened by him during a period of anarchy, in former times, O Lord of Raj, pious souls tormented by robbers conquered them. Right? They were able to conquer. Enemies cannot overpower those highly blessed souls who offer love to this boy, any more than demons can overpower those whose cause has been espoused by Lord Vishnu. Therefore, the son of yours, O Nand, is a comparer of Lord Narayan. And again he stops. He said, no. Is he like Lord Narayan? Or Lord Narayan is like him? How can we describe? Over here, when they are talking, they stop and they say that it is all right. Who is bigger, who is smaller, who is like whom does not matter. Right? They are both here in different forms right now. And then he goes on and names them, one as Keshav and the other as Balram. Keshav is another name of Sri Krishna. Keshav, Madhav, Deen, Dayal, he has so many names. So Sri Krishna's naming ceremony is done, and quietly, chup chap, Gargacharya goes away. And the blessing that Nand Baba feels, he says it is his son, good karma from the previous birth, and ours, that we were in the company of a sage. It is not easy to have a sage in the midst, to get in touch with a sage. Sage con, not just somebody who's wearing yellow robes or, donning a different color. No. A sage is a true knower of God. It is only by our good deeds, by our karmas, by our tapasya that we have one glimpse of a sage. And having a sage like Gargacharya name our boys, this boy must be blessed, this boy must be blessed. Ab Nand Baba ko kya pata ki who is blessed and who is not blessed. He does not even know that so many of the great sages who have been doing tapasya for thousands of years have left their tapasya and taken forms of the cows and the calves. Some have taken forms of the trees. Some are the gopis and the gopas, because they said, no, nothing is needed. All we need is to be in the vicinity of the Lord, and everything else will be done. ऐसे कहते हैं ना, jap, tap, niyam, all that sadhana is useless if the Lord is not in the center of your existence. If the Lord is there, everything is futile. If it is not there, everything is futile. And if the Lord is there, everything is fruitful. Once the Lord takes place, takes room in your heart, no effort has to be done. Because whatever you are doing will become effortless. Then the tap won't be tap, the jap won't be jap, because it will come naturally to you. So all these sages, some are cows, some are like, probably the grass. They have taken different forms to be near Shri Krishna. And now Nanda Baba is saying, how blessed is this boy that Gargacharya came. He gave the name. Because of him, we are also blessed. Having the company of the saint is the rarest thing that does not happen without the grace of the Lord. Nanda Baba understands. And slowly, he brings his children back. And this slow transition of bringing the children back does not end, Now Krishna is becoming naughty by the day. It is very difficult to handle him. First, he could hardly walk, so he would crawl around and create a ruckus in the house. Then slowly, these two brothers started walking. And now they started going. They would drag their legs and walk. But now they can run. So they run around Gokul, and now they have friends. And their friends are also as mischievous as them. And poor mothers, sometimes by the end of the day, they get so tired, and the housework is just as it is because they have to mind these children. You take your eyes off them, and there is a disaster ready. So at the end, Ma Rohini and Yashoda Ma sit down and think, आज पूरे दिन क्या किया? कुछ काम नहीं हुआ. We have been running after these naughty boys. What do? They don't even sleep during the day. They are so naughty. Now, they are happy also. They're tired, but they are happy to have them. And the other problem that Ma Yashoda has is she has constant visitors. You know, these gopis and gopas and the children, given the opportunity, right from the morning till evening, somebody or the other is coming to see Shri Krishna. And when somebody comes, of course, pani le lo, nashta le lo, chai le lo. So it is like a festival for her all through the months, all through the days, all through the years. She has constant visitors, not one, not two. At times, 50 people. One day, a Baba, Sadhu Baba came and stood. He says, I want to see your son. Now, she said, so many demons are coming. He looks like one demon. He was no other but Shiv. Huh? He had disguised and come. And Shivji, is not very apt with the art of dressing. He leaves it to Shri Krishna because he said, if I start dressing up, Krishna, nobody is going to look at you because I'm far more handsome, So being a good friend, I keep bhabooti and everything so that you get all the attention. So now he came and he's standing there and he says, I want to have darshan. She says, I'm not going to give my son to you. You're dangerous looking. In her mind, she was thinking. And Shivji says, till you give darshan, I won't go. And it is said, till date, he's standing there only. Ma did not bring Shri Krishna and he refused to leave. Poor thing. And there is a name that is given to that particular sport. It's slipping out of my mind. But so she had visitors of all kinds. And she just did not know what to do. And on top of it, this boy is handful. And now there is a new problem that has started. He has started going out. So when he goes out, he has friends. He loves to go to the cowshed. And what he does is, mischievously, he would leave the calves open. And they will come and drink all the milk. And by the time other people would come to get some milk, the milk would be over. And then they would come complaining to Yashoda. See, he did this every morning. Every morning he comes and does this. What is the point? He says, no, but the calves are supposed to get the milk of their mother. Na? So we give them the milk, but we also want some. Stop coming to our cowshed. Okay, I won't come. Ma Yashoda would say, how much? You don't have milk? Come. You take milk from my house. Huh? Mother, blindly in love with her child. How can a 2-3-year-old do such mischief? Nahi. How much milk do you want? Go inside. Take as much milk as you want. Don't blame it on my son. He has done nothing. Fine. And then he would go around playing with his friends. And now playing became dangerous because this little boy, he has not even grown up much. He would go to people's houses when they are busy doing their household chores. And he will go to their houses and what would he do? He would look for butter. He's crazy about butter. Not that he does not have enough butter in his house. He has lots and lots of the best butter. But he goes to everybody's house looking for butter. And what would he do? Not only would he eat it, he would feed his friends. He would create a royal mess. He would feed the animals. And whatever is left would be thrown away in the house. Bhai, kha lo na, tumhe jitna chahiye kha lo. Why are you breaking the pots? Why are you creating such a royal mess? Why are you feeding the monkeys? Why are you letting the monkeys in? And not only this, when the ladies would come by, before going, he would pinch their baby and go. Because the baby would be sleeping. Now there is a mess in the house. Everything is broken. The animals have come in. So they have created a ruckus. And poor lady, that Gopi, she cannot even do the housework because her baby has been pinched and the baby is crying. So this was just imagine, huh? We feel it is very nice. But if he were to come to my house and create such a ruckus, I would have gone to his mother too. Ki, what kind of a son do you have? And Yashoda Ma, what happened? Are, come on. How much makhan did he destroy? Are, but it is not about the makhan. No. You go in and you take as many pots of makhan as you want. Please go and take. He's just a little boy. What are you saying? Go. Don't complain. And she'll take Krishna. And Krishna innocently would be standing next to his mother as if he has done nothing. And this poor mother would not know the true color of her boy. Yes, the true color. Huh? This is one colored boy. Huh? In front of Yashoda Ma, he is so timid, so docile. And the ruckus he creates around the world, the other people know. And poor Yashoda Ma has blinded her eyes. She says, I can't see all this. What are you talking about? You want butter? Go take butter. You want milk? You take milk. You want help cleaning up? Oh, ladies, go and help her clean up her house. You want somebody to take care of your baby? Here, go take care of her baby also. But the lady who said, that is not the thing. The thing is your child. Oh, no, don't say that to my child. And see, he's very tired. He needs to rest. Please go. Khatam. Oh my God, these ladies would think this Yashoda, doesn't he realize how naughty her son is? And by the time, these ladies would be going, my Yashoda is turning, and then Krishna would look and say, Khatam. And maa ke saath mein ekdam chup chap. I just imagine, this is the case of all as mothers, right? For us, our child cannot do anything wrong. And for a while, we'll be in denial. And later on, it dawns to us. And that is when she runs after him with a stick now. Because when he robs his own house, that we'll see. But right now, she's in proper denial. Mera bachcha acha hai. Baki sabko kuch pata nahi. And Krishna is enjoying. He's having such a great time. And then there are some women who want to meet him. But their mother-in-laws are saying, no going over there. You finish your work. So one day this lady with matki on her head is walking and she has butter and she's just thinking, how will I go and meet that Krishna? I've heard so much about him. I really, really want to meet him. So this with tippy toe, he's walking behind her and he smiles and says, give me some butter. She said, no, I'm not going to give you butter. And she's so happy to see him also. But she said, I won't. He said, then I'll break your matki. And he's still small, huh? But then I'll get all dirty and my mother-in-law will really, really scold me. Don't do that. Then give me some butter. No, I can't give you butter, okay? Go home now. Fine. I'll never come to meet you again. And then he sits down with a sullen face, almost ready to cry. And this gopi is like, no, it's okay. You want butter? Come. I'll give you butter. How much butter do you want? You want some milk also? And no, I don't want to eat from you anymore. You scolded me. And these ladies, they go and tell on me, I'll never come to any of your houses. Wait, no, don't stop coming. We won't tell anybody to Yashoda Ma. Eat na. Mummy will not say anything. But now Shri Krishna has this opportunity to, act pricey. So he's acting pricey. And they enjoyed it. They enjoyed the destruction. They enjoyed the theft. They enjoyed him being such a monster, I should say. And they enjoyed it when he became upset. They just loved him. They just wanted him to be and do what he's doing. And even going to Ma Yashoda was an opportunity to see him once again. When they went to complain, it was not to complain. It was, we'll get a glimpse of him when we complain. And we'll see how he behaves in front of his mother, He'll be so timid, as if he's so innocent. He does not know anything. He'll say, Mama, na, me? No, I'm so short. They tie the pot so high. How do you think I can reach them? Liars. Yes, beta, come. You go in. Don't worry, huh? Don't worry. Go in. See, this is happening, huh? And Ma Yashoda is just enjoying the Leela. Probably somewhere in her heart she also knows. They also know. He also knows. But this is so beautiful. And this is how the days are going by. One day it just so happens that Shri Krishna is sitting and he eats mud. And Balram and his friends, an opportunity to get Shri Krishna scolded, they run home. Ma Yashoda, you feed him so much of butter, you give him so much of laddu, mishri, everything. He's eating mud. Mud? Really? Where? And she runs. Because she does not want her child to get sick, right? So she runs and she catches hold of Krishna. You ate mud? No. He does not open his mouth. I didn't. Don't lie. No, open your mouth then. Show it to me right now. That is what you do now. Show it. Open or else. Now he's old enough to be beaten. It's normal, huh? He's old enough. Open your mouth or else. Ek lagati ho abhi. Then he opens his mouth. Slowly. And what does Ma Yashoda see? She is actually shocked. This vision has come before also. when she was breastfeeding her child, and she felt that he's drinking so much of milk, he'll fall ill, he does not know when to stop. And she cuddles, tickles him, he smiles, and then he yawns. And when he yawns, she saw this vision before. She saw the planets and the galaxies, the creation and the non-created. She saw light, she saw herself, she saw Gokul, she saw Shri Krishna, everything, volcanoes and trees and the magnificence that she could not describe in his mouth. At that time she said, no, this is my drishti, which is showing Shrishti. It is not Shrishti. She refused. And she closed her eyes and refused. She was in denial that she saw anything. It's my little baby. He's only 2-3 months old. How can this happen? No. Now this time, she watches. And again she sees the galaxies, the multiverses, the Vishnus and the Indras and the Shivs, the Brahmas, the trees and the mountains. She can see herself. She can see Shri Krishna opening his mouth. She can see Balram, and she can see many of them. Indra and Brahma. She's confused. She does not know what is happening. Not one earth, multiple earths and multiple universes. Oceans. There are Sheshnags, Vishnus. She does not know what to see, what not to see. What she sees puts her in a state of trance. And she realizes, this boy is not an ordinary boy. Oh my goodness, what have I been doing? I've been scolding and chasing and taking care of course, maybe taking care, but she realized that she had hit him once or twice also. Oh my God, this is Parabrahma, that divine. Oh my God. And Krishna closes his mouth, and this mother of hers, she falls prostrate totally. Pranam, I'm sorry. I did not know who you are. She said, what are you doing, Ma? I'm your son. No. I'm so sorry. What? What is happening to you? I'm your son. Come carry me. No. She joins her hands. She apologizes for everything. She says, I did not know who you are. I'm sorry. I just did not understand. Please forgive me. Mother, what are you doing? And at that moment, Shri Krishna realizes, and a tear falls down his cheeks. He says, I want her to be loved. She'll never love me again. She'll never scold me. She'll join her hands and stand in front of me. But Ma, no. I am Yashoda. I am a sinner. I am your devotee. I am sorry. But Ma, suddenly he realized that his mother is not his mother anymore. She's not turning towards him. She's not scolding him. He has just eaten man. What have I done? I can't have this. I want my mother. I want her to carry me. I want her to scold me. I want her to take care of me. I want her to love me. I don't want her to bow down to me. What have I done? And Shri Krishna has tears. That Brahm is feeling deprived of that purest form of love, which he so desperately seeks. Just imagine if a mother turns away. The world turns away, it's okay. But when your mother turns away, no child can take it. Because he knows that she loves him more than anything else. And he's begging her, but she's not listening. Somewhere that bond is broken. Somewhere he does not know what he will do without her. And at that moment, this Brahm, who is all self-sufficient, repents his action, turns towards Maya and begs her. I have revealed the truth to her. Please, put her in ignorance again. Maya said, you'll do this to your own mother? People come so far, they work so hard for this ignorance to be taken away, and you'll put your own mother back to ignorance. What kind of a Parabrahm are you? No, I want her love. She won't love me the way she is loving me right now if she knows who I am. No. I don't want her to know. Take this vision away. Take this knowledge away. Let her be in ignorance. But Maya is defending. She said, but she's your mother. What sin has she done? He said, listen, he's begging now. Just imagine Mayapati begging to his creation, Maya follows him. Maya listens to him. This time Maya is also not listening. She's saying, she is your mother. She's given you birth. And this is how you'll treat her. He said, no, but I want her love. I want her to run after me. I want her to shout after me. I want her to care for me. I want her to worry about me. I am nothing. This Leela is useless without my mother. Then Shri Krishna says, I beg of you, I promise, whatever she does, because of the ignorance that we have put over her, will not be counted. And later, when she is leaving her body, she will have all the drishti on, all the darshan, and she will be liberated. But for now, I beg of you, Maya, give me my mother back. See, the importance of a mother. Even that Lord, who is all-knowing, ever there, cannot bear to have his mother taken away. And with this, they put that shield again in Ma Yashoda's eye. And Ma Yashoda opens her eyes, not remembering anything. Pulls him with his ear. With his ear कि मक्खन मिश्री नहीं मिलता तेरे को, घर में तो खाना नहीं होता, बाहर आके मिट्टी खा रहा है, चल घर अभी बताती हूँ. माँ बट दुख रहा है, you come here with me, next time you put mud in your mouth, watch out, now you will be punished, enough is enough. I've been listening to all the complaints and overlooking it, not anymore. Ma, Balram bhaiya, help me. And they are all laughing. And Shri Krishna is being dragged by his ear to his house, being ready, he's ready for a drastic punishment. And Yashoda is so angry. And just imagine, this Parabrahm, who is beyond creation, we do not even understand him. What we see as creation is but a slight spark in the ocean of lights. That is his. The creation is nothing but a spark, not even a spark, a dot maybe. And this Ma Yashoda is pulling him by the ear and dragging him home, shouting at the same time and telling him, Ghar chal, main batati hu tujhe. See, he is desperate for love, for us to love him. We don't want to love him. How deprived is he? I sometimes wonder. He created us so that he'll be able to feel love. And we don't even want to turn towards him. Poor thing. And then he's taken home, and what happens to him, we'll figure out in the next session, because a lot is going to happen to him now. Because now Ma Yashoda is realizing he is not as innocent as he seems. There is some truth to what the world is saying. And as a mother, I will set him right. It is a duty of the mother, right? To set her child right. So she will. Because there's a story that goes, There was a criminal. Now, Shri Krishna is not a criminal and his mischief is not grave. But let's take a lesson that there was a criminal. He was condemned in the court. And before that, he said, let me meet my mother once. The mother is standing there. So this criminal said, before you take me for whatever punishment, because imprisonment for life or death, whatever, I want to see my mother once. And he goes straight to his mother. And he goes near his mother. And probably, they thought that he wants to thank her or, hug her. But he bit off the entire ear. Entire ear of his mother. And then he said, had you reprimanded me then, had you not overlooked my faults and set me right then, at least tried, I would not be in this situation. So is Ma Yashoda doing anything wrong? No. She is reprimanding him nice and proper. There is nothing wrong. So she takes him, and this is how the Leelas start unfolding. And now Shri Krishna is growing up, just imagine, and his mischiefs are also growing up. What do we take away from this session? From all the mischiefs, all the drama, all the Maya, all the Leela, I can only imagine the people who are there to witness all this, how blessed they must be. It's like evergreen, isn't it? How many times you listen to it, you still want to listen to it more. I do not know what is in this Leela that you can go on like a broken tape recorder again and again and again. Still, it is always Nutan, always new, always amusing. And you just imagine कैसे चिल्ला रहा होगा, कैसे चल रहा होगा, क्या कर रहा होगा, God only knows. So what are we taking away today? What do you think is the core learning today? Or what touched your heart? Mother's love. Yes. Mother's love. Huh? Even the Lord craves for a mother's love. True. Very true. Mother's love. What else? Sometimes, all these stories, if we think deeper, the other day I was thinking, what is it? He always breaks a matki, right? It is very common. What is he breaking? What is the significance? Because see, yes, this is our history. This has actually happened. But all our scriptures, yes, this has happened and they have a deeper significance, which we have to ponder on. So when we are talking about this Leela, which is so common to Sri Krishna, breaking pots, taking out the butter, breaking pots, taking out the butter. It is like, it is his lifetime job till he is in Vrindavan and Gokul to break pots and eat the butter, throw the butter, share the butter and, create a ruckus. But it all starts with breaking a pot. What is he breaking? What is he breaking? Think about it. Pot, breaking, butter. क्या कर रहे हैं? What is he again and again trying to do? I feel, that when they talk about breaking a pond, everywhere he goes, he's trying to break this pot and show us, you are not the pot, you are the butter, bhai. Breaking the pot because we are so body conscious. We are so bound by our bodies. We feel this is me. And that if somebody breaks the pot and shows us that you are far beyond this body. You're not the body, you're not the mind, you're not the soul. Who are you? Soul is also just for a depiction. Who am I? I am that energy, that divine energy, which is present in everything. So I am not bound by my body? No. My actions, my energy is not bound by my body? No. What is the proof? Have you seen an athlete or a painter paint when they are totally engrossed? Have you seen there has been recent news when a lady tripped and fell and then she caught up with all those runners and came first. And when she was asked what happened, I'm not remembering the name of that athlete, she says, I just don't know. She, at that moment, tapped that true source of energy that she is. Everything melted away. The body, that mind, the limitations that come with our mind and conditioning, everything withered away. What remained was just that true power that she is. And with that power, when she ran, connected to the universe, it was a miracle. People did not know what happened. And it happens to all of us. At some point or another, we just forget the limitations of the body. We forget the limitations of our boundaries. And when we become one, miracles happen. But the problem is, we come back to the same state. And then we are bound by our body. Our strength is bound by our body. Our strength is bound by our thoughts. Yes. We know scientifically that we don't even use how much percent of our brain? Hardly how much percent of our brain are we using? I don't even think it is 1 or 2%. It is even lesser than that. Then if that is known, what is our potential? Why are we not able to tap that potential? Why are our children not able to tap that potential? Because we conditioned beings condition them also. Right? Don't we have that notion of fatigue? Don't we have that notion of tiredness? Everything is based on us. You'll see a mother who feels very cold will put an extra layer of woolen wares on her child even though the child would be sweating. This is what we do to everything because of our vision, our limited understanding, we condition everything and everyone around us. Is it right? It is not. So why does having Krishna in the midst, what does he do? He comes and he breaks. He breaks your limited boundary, your limited nature, your limited existence, your conditioning, and he says, no, you are not the pot. You are beyond. You are the butter, you are the Satchit Anand Swarup. That is why he goes breaking pots, so that you realize the divine in you. That is what this breaking the pots always tell me. He's breaking that limited boundary that I have put myself in, and he's saying expand. Why is it that great sages sitting here, they can bend a spoon, lift a tree? Hota hai na? We have heard of it. There are sages who live for 3,000 to 4,000 years. Right now they talk about Baba hai na ye? There is one Baba, he is, how can I forget his name? He is some 3,000, 4,000 years old. Many people have seen him. Yoganandji and all have visited him. Then, what happens? How come they have that age and we can't live beyond 60, 70 and our bodies are gone? What is it that is different between them and us? That acknowledgement that I am not limited to this body. I am not a slave of this body, mind and thought. They work for me. I can use them the way I want to. We are distant. So when he breaks the pot, the butter comes out. The true knowledge, the true gyan, the true awareness of who we are. And that is what Sri Krishna does. That is what God does, right? He awakens us to our true me, to our better me. So if we put him in the midst, he will be destroying a lot of things for us maybe. Right? We'll sit and we'll see everything we have built fall apart. And then we'll say, why I have been so good and you have been so bad. How do you know it is bad for you? We see that, okay, all my wealth went away. All the people I loved hate me now. Even my children don't look after me. Or whatever be the situation, right? Many people cry foul about all these things, right? I worked so hard and I did not get the result. God has been so unjust to me. How do you know he's unjust? He broke things for you. But maybe it is for your betterment only, right? We have this limited understanding of our existence, right? That also, we don't remember a lot of our existence right now's past childhood much. We don't remember, right? Very little things we'll remember. We don't even know about our previous birth. We don't know about our future births. We do not know what is there in our near future in this birth. How can we say he is just or not just? He came, he destroyed everything in my house. Right? सब खत्म हो गया मेरे पास में कुछ बचा ही नहीं. भगवान खराब है? नहीं. कोई कारण होगा. कहते हैं ना, एक झोली में फूल भरे हैं, एक झोली में कांटे. कोई कारण होगा. तेरे बस में कुछ भी नहीं, वो तो बांटने वाला बांटे, कोई कारण होगा. और कहते हैं ना, पहले बनती हैं तकदीरें, फिर बनते हैं शरीर. ये प्रभु की है कारीगरी, तू क्यों है गंभीर? कोई कारण होगा. We take our body based on what we have to learn. So if things are being destroyed for us, it is for a reason. Why are you upset? Relax. कोई कारण होगा. He knows na. He has come. He has created a mess. He knows why. He'll clear the mess also. You stay put. You just enjoy going to Yashoda and having a glimpse of him in the pretext of complaining and come back and clean the mess quietly. And again tomorrow he'll come and make a mess. Koi baat nahi. Go, have a glimpse of him, come back and clear your mess. Don't complain. Because we do not know what kind of a kripa he is showering on us. Sometimes kripas are very good, where we'll get what we want. And sometimes kripas are very bitter, when everything will be taken away. But kripa is a kripa. Because just like a mother's love is divine, his love towards us is also like that. When a mother can't harm her child, how can he, who is everything to us, or who we are everything to, harm us? What do we have to do? try to have faith. Just try. So that is the matki, whenever he breaks the matki, this is the thought that comes to my mind. He's breaking to show who I am. He's breaking to make a new beautiful creation. He's breaking because this is not needed. Everything he breaks with a good intention. I will learn and I will have faith. This is what came to my mind when he kept breaking matkis. His leelas are very beautiful. If we look at some leelas and if we just look at this at the face value, we'll say, what are they trying to say? But then if you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, it is like one thing. Only breaking the pot has the entire Vedanta in it. Entire Vedanta in it. This is Sri Krishna. And he's not even, I think he's just 3 or 4 and he's creating such a ruckus. Because by 12 or 13 or 14 he goes. So this ruckus has already started, no? Anything else? Shall we close the class then? Right. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva He Nath Narayan Vasudeva He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Bolo Bajrang Bali ki Jai. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Hanuman. Jai Hanuman. Jai Hanuman. Where is the arrow? I can't see anything. The screen is so dark.